Hello YouTube and welcome to another video. Today we have got a lot to talk about. It's been too long since I made a video. Apologies. Just been really busy. Life, family, friends, sorting yourself out. Try not to get COVID. So let's kick it off like we always do with a couple of purchases and have a general chit chat type rant about what's going on in the world, gold price, metals prices, where I think things are going. Just my general thoughts. So we've got a couple of stories really. We're going to talk about swindling coin dealers, okay? Or should I say jewelry shop owners, or I guess a hybrid of the two really this person was. So in a nutshell, before lockdown, there was a shop that was a kind of antique shop, and it had some old coins in it. And I say old coins, old watches, coins, you know, the odd things. Before I never really, always just had crap in there. And then I noticed one day in town, just popped in there, he had this coin there, and I didn't want to buy it because it was kind of slightly overpriced at the time, I guess. Well, it was a sovereign, not the most exciting sovereign, and it is a 1981 sovereign, and it's in this box here. Now, it looks like it was bought from the coin gallery, as you can see, and this is not a plug for those people anymore. I looked at their website actually. I think it doesn't even know if they function anymore. It looks pretty horrific and dodgy to me. Doesn't look like there's anything on there. Anyway, it's obviously old. It's been sat and it's in this box. There isn't anything in itself that exciting about a 1981 sovereign, and the reason I've got it is because I basically before lockdown in March, this is when I first saw it, I basically forgot all about it, left it there for 6 months, went back, and lo and behold, it was the same price. So I went in there and said, look, I don't want to give you, I think it was up for $350. And I said, I don't want to give you $350 for this. I mean, it's been handled. You can see all the scratches and marks on there. It's not a proof. I'm not too precious about it. So I said I'd give, it was $350, and I said, what can you do on that? Already aware that the sovereign price is obviously $367 at this point. So in a nutshell, I got this for £315, which I thought was pretty good, to be fair. All right, I'll take that, I thought. So I had that away. At the same time, and this is the conundrum I've got, he's got a proof set in there, a Britannia proof set. It's a very rare year, and this goes to show kind of, so I mean, before I go on to that, did I swindle this person or not? I mean, I kind of, you know, 350 would have been a reasonable price for something that's 367 to buy on most sites now. Then you've got to pay postage. Might be pushing 370, 375 to get a sovereign, especially now. I looked today and it was 380 on some places. So really, I'd say that's a pretty good deal. Not make me a millionaire or anything like that, but it just goes on the stack, you know. I am trying to build up a more bullion, just sovereigns really. And actually, the more boring the sovereign is, the more boring and uninspiring the gold is, the kind of more I want it now. As long as I can get it at a good price, because this is the gold I'll be shipping in, liquidating, to enable me to buy other things when the time is right. I don't really want to ship in the highly numismatic stuff. So anyway, picked up, this was quite chuffed. The proof set was £500 he wanted for that, $495 for a quarter and a 1/10 Britannia, and really that is a good deal. But I couldn't bring myself to buy it for some reason, so I went back in there. I couldn't bring myself to pay, which is practically spot for those two coins, and made a couple of crude offers and promptly got told to bugger off really, which I think I offered something like 425, and went up to 450, and I thought that was a pretty good offer considering we're going into lockdown and the shop's shut now and you might not make another sale for a month. I thought I was being clever and going to exploit him and they would just sell it, but I think they knew that gold was going places and they were happy to sit on it, you know. Probably didn't help that, you know, 2 weeks earlier I got this one, which is a good deal. But I don't know, it's a swindle. I think they obviously didn't check the spot price of gold and just, you know, it was a bit of a fire sale, really, I reckon. But I mean, you know, in the grand scheme of things, they maybe could have got another £30 for it. It's hardly the end of the world. Anyway, on to some proof Britannias that I picked up, 1/10. It's quite interesting. These are all proofs, but a conundrum actually, because I couldn't actually get. They wouldn't come out of the cap. I don't know if anybody's ever had this before. That these coins, some of them are just completely stuck in the capsules. I haven't obviously tried to get them out, but I'm not sure how it's happened. Maybe somebody knows. But for example, this one here is absolutely, I don't know what somebody's done. It's like welded in there. It's kind of, you know, I could just turn it upside down and you know, I'm not going to finger it or anything. I don't really know I'm going to get that out, but it is a proof. So these are all proof 1/10 ounce Britannias. Quite nice. They look to me, when I looked at them under the loupe, they all look immaculate. So the question is really, is whether to bother getting these graded or not. Whether it's even worth the trouble, and what to do about the fact they can't get some of them out of the capsules. It's quite a nice design. I quite like that design. I don't think that's the super popular one, but I think it's quite nice. You can see they're good, you know. I mean, I don't know whether they're 70s. I can't see any issues with them at all under magnification in my limited knowledge. So we got 6 proof 1/10 ounce Britannias, which is quite good, and I paid probably about £15 on top. The fact that they're proofs, I thought that was pretty reasonable, really. Like I say, it's kind of a weird situation, you know. Are you going to, sorry, not in view there. I mean, if I'm just going to ship these on, then maybe that wasn't such a great purchase, but you put them in a slab, somebody might want them for a collection. They've got a bit more of a premium. I don't know, really. So the question is, you have to think about what to do with those, but you know, they're a good price, reasonable purchase. I feel, you know, not you know, I didn't get a mega deal on these, but I thought it was you know, just over spot in the end with the £15 on top. So yeah, that's my 2 purchases. And another thing I just want to rant about, really just a completely random thing, is like NGC. I've been thinking about slabbed coins, and the reason is that I sold a slabbed coin on eBay recently, a Britannia, a sovereign, and somebody asked me how much gold it had in it, and you know, because they couldn't tell when they went on the NGC site. And I thought that was kind of interesting, actually. I know, and it kind of made me. I've been thinking about a similar thing for ages. That, yeah, everybody's sort of obsessed with having their stuff graded with NGC and putting these slabs, but what I don't get. I mean, I'm going to get shot down in flames with this, but I have to say it because I need to know why. Why is it that on these items there isn't a breakdown of the gold content on it, the dimensions of the coin? You know, I would expect it to be on there. You know, contains 7.1 grams of gold, diameter of the coin, thickness of the coin. You know, estimated general, so people know. On the back here, I expect it to say. You know, a bit more information, like why it's in a slab. You know, this coin can be verified for what it is at this site. I know it's got verify there, but what I'm trying to say is just that it's clear to me that people that don't know anything about collecting coins and want to get into it or want to buy a slabbed coin, you know, we're dealing with all sorts of people here. And you could say, yeah, we'll go on the website and the internet and look and see how many grams of gold are in a sovereign, you know, do your homework and all that. Why wouldn't you want to put more information about the content? I mean, what if this is There's other metals, obviously silver, platinum. It doesn't even actually say on here in any way that it's gold, in any way. And I know that I'm going to get absolutely roasted. Of course, it's a sovereign, it's a cosmos, but you know, we're coin collectors, we're people that are in this. I just find it incredible that you would not put that data on the side here. Contains 7.2 grams of gold. The dimensions, minted by the Royal Mint as well. So basically, we got the basic metadata, don't we? The gold purity, the mint, where the country it's produced, and the dimensions of the coin. Or if you can, you know, verify that, that would probably, you know, help people a lot more. I think it would make sales for you know, to people that don't get this stuff, who want to invest in it, you know. And I think that's why they end up going onto a standard bullion website and just buying, you know, something like this, because it's a 1/10 Britannia. They can see the purity and breakdown. They get it. And I know I'm going to get roasted for saying that, but I feel personally it's just a bit, you know, a bit lacking, and I can't see any reason why you wouldn't want to put that information on it. You know, it's a bit like when you go and buy a car, you can see it's a 2-litre turbo diesel. It's made by Volkswagen on a website. This is, you know, it's done 600,000 miles or whatever. You know, you can see all this information. Why aren't we showing this information with on coins? You know, so what am I doing is in terms of stacking? At the moment, we've got Trump Biden situation. We've got in the UK, the Chancellor's just announced a load of more extended furlough scheme, £150 billion injection into the economy, more money printing. I mean, I'm looking at the gold and silver prices, and they're gone berserk really in the last couple of days. Very volatile. Gold's at about 1945 an ounce at the moment. Silver's 25. It's still sideways. I mean, it's still been sideways up until the last couple of days, and we've got this election shenanigans going on. I mean, platinum, I've noticed a move. Obviously got on I just don't know what to do about platinum. I mean, it's very tempting to pick up some platinum. I mean, it's nowhere near its all-time high, but I've heard from other people that it's an absolute pig to get rid of. It just doesn't shift. I don't know whether that's true. Somebody might have some, you know, feedback on that. I've never owned any platinum. It's kind of the only reason I want to buy it is because it's cheap, which is not, you know, relatively. And I think there's a lot of room for upside in platinum at the moment. So, you know, silver, I haven't bought any silver recently. I'm just, you know, I think if we can get to if we can break $26 resistance, I think we could see $30, you know, and hold around there. I think we could see $30 at the end of the year. Just the fundamentals are strong. The upside of silver is massive. It's nowhere near its all-time high. Gold is the tricky one. Gold is the tricky one. It's still, I mean, a lot of the projections are saying $2,200 before Christmas, $2,500. You know, if you jump in now, you're still going to be fine. Is there going to be a retraction back below 1900 before, you know, the new year? I mean, well below. Obviously, we were at 1875 for a while, 1880s. I think if it goes below 1865, we could see it tumble down to 1780s. I can't see much below that. I feel like there's a lot of resistance around 1900, a very solid level, 1900, around that area. Obviously, like, you know, we've seen some quite strong movement in the last couple of days, $50 move. Very difficult. I mean, I'm long on gold. That's why I don't worry too much. I guess I'm kind of quite like, what am I hoping for? That's the other thing I want to say. You know, I'm seeing, obviously, the gold price is retracting. You know, it did the last couple of weeks. We dipped below 1900. Not really, because the dollar, you know, I'm not really seeing those prices passed on to the bullion. It's not a huge gain, really. I guess we're going to have to see something pretty major to really make me go all in, and say go all in, you know, punt 5 grand or something on some gold. I'd be looking at sort of like, low 1800s for that. I don't think we're going to get there. I think if we get clarity with Biden, I think it's looking clear that it probably is going to be Biden. I don't know. I really don't know. It is so close to call. The markets are obviously in turmoil. They cannot decide what to do. Obviously, they're not that happy about something, because obviously gold is beginning to move and go up, which is normally a signal of issues with the stock market. And the dollar index, the dollar's down. It's very, very tough times. It's extremely difficult to predict what's going to happen. I think that if you're thinking of buying some gold, I don't think really, I wouldn't want to go all in on right now. I think I would still just want to hang on until this election's cleared out. We've got a definitive candidate in the bag, and then I might see, I think there's nothing wrong with investing in physical gold now, or silver. In fact, I still think it's okay. You may miss out on a couple of price dips. It could happen, and then it will go back up. But I think when it goes, my goodness me, it's going to go. I cannot see $2,000 being a barrier for much longer. I really can't. I really think that will become another baseline very soon. The way that, the fundamentals are still exactly. Whoever becomes president, Biden or Trump, the fundamentals are the same. People are furloughed. The economy are in ruins. There's endless money printing into oblivion. They're going to print. They've already announced in the UK they're going to do the furlough scheme until March. You already had an economy that was in shit state leading up, even before COVID, and COVID was just a sledgehammer that broke the bubble. I cannot see, the fundamentals are so strong in gold's favour. It's just the fact, obviously, the equities are up and they're so strong. But everyone really knows it's just false. It's just manipulation, MMT, to the cows come home, really. But that's why I think you need to be on it if you're thinking of making a purchase. Just be aware. Physical, like I say, you're holding physical, it doesn't really matter because you're long. I'm riding this out, and I think physical is fine. Bitcoin's interesting, actually. Bitcoin is up, well up. They're saying, for at 15. They're saying 20,000. Bitcoin, is it a possibility in the year out? Interesting, the total gold available in the world, I think there's something like $12 trillion worth of gold in the world, full stop, end of story. And we've already pumped, the US Federal Reserve's already pumped $4 trillion of stimulus in. That goes to say something, doesn't it, really? The debt will soon exceed, and probably already does, the whole world's supply of gold. So anyway, I'll leave you there, those thoughts. Any comments or questions, please like and subscribe, and I will see you soon.